Hello guys, I hope that you are doing well today. I am coming to you live from Nakhon Si Thammarat in the south part of Thailand. And I am currently in my kitchen, so I'm going to make myself a cup of tea while we wait for everybody to join. So this is my little Thai kitchen, and at least my kitchen is not outside any longer like it used to be when I first arrived here. So this is my little bookshelf I bought for my food. Let's see what I've got. For interest's sake, welcome guys. Thank you for joining. I'm about to make myself a cup of tea and checking what's in my food cupboard. So I've got this amazing Marmite. Oh my word, this is just my favorite. So Warren brought me one, and then another friend who went to visit South Africa a while ago. And so the one, I think Warren brought me the big one, and then my friend bought me the smaller one. And then I also have black cut peanut butter. I'm so excited. Yes. And that's about it. My oats with my with my yogurt I enjoy, and my little sardines. So I haven't eaten them yet. They've been here like a couple of months, but anyway. And that is it. And all my Joko tea, my rooibos tea that Warren brought me. And yes, so I can drink a lot of tea for the next 2 years, I think. And then it's just these packets of whatever that I can add to my meat or my rice or whatever. And then this is from Burma. So this is called tea leaf salad. I just love this. Oh my word. So one day I'll make it, and then I'll go live and I'll show you how to make tea leaf salad. And yes, I just love that. Oh, and then I got rusks as well. Yes. Oh, so I dare not eat too quickly on those because, you know, it needs to keep me at least, I think, 6 months or so. So yes, so this is my little cooking space. So in the Thai kitchen, unless your name is Estelle and you live in Samui, then you don't normally have an oven or a stove in your kitchen. So this is what I use to cook my food normally. Mostly I eat my food cold. Yes, when I buy it from the market or from Big C or whatever. But sometimes I do make my own food, and I cook them in here, or when I do eggs or whatever. And this is my kettle. So I also have this, I don't know if you call it a snappy chef or what do you guys call it in South Africa. So this is part of my rental. My landlady left this to me, but now I don't have any pots and pans and stuff, so I cannot use it. But anyway, I don't need it really. Welcome guys, Machtel, Jean, Annelies, thank you so much for joining. I'm just making myself a cup of tea. So Warren and I went to visit Ashley again today. And she's doing well, but yes, it was very emotional because Warren is leaving tomorrow morning, or tomorrow evening actually, to go back to South Africa. And yes, so it was quite emotional, and we did manage to get some sort of longer visit, but unfortunately Warren was not allowed to have an in-person contact visit with Ashley, and it's quite sad. But they gave us 1 hour together, all three of us together, to what is this? Oh, I see. Okay, sorry. For us to visit together, but although it was not a access, visit or whatever, it was normal, just in another room. They call it the lawyer's room. So we still had the phones, but although we were able actually to hear each other through the perspex, barrier or whatever. So we are very thankful for that. But yes, when we met Ashley this afternoon, it was just a normal 20-minute visit, and I think I needed a new tea bag because I've been using this bag now, I think 2 times. Anyway, so yeah, that was quite emotional because we were really hoping that the 2 of them at least would be able to have their in-person contact visit. So Ashley and I will have ours on June 20th. And yes, but it is what it is. We trust that Ashley will return home soon, and then we will have all the time in the world. Okay, so I'm done with my tea now. I'm just going to leave my bag here. The tea bag inside, not my clothes bag. I'm joking, guys. Anyway, sometimes I just get silly. Okay, I need to now open up so I've got a sliding door in my kitchen. Yes, because now when I switch on the air conditioner, then we need to have all the doors closed, obviously. Anyway, so welcome so much, guys, for joining, and yes, we'll get down to the reading soon. And thank you so much for all of your prayers once again. And yes, Sue, thank you, Monique, Sandy, Anwar, Doris, Heather. Thank you guys for joining. Natasha, Dina, Claire. Sorry, I don't see all the names don't appear immediately. So anyway, now that I have got my tea, I can start the reading session. Yes. For those of you who joined a little bit later, just a quick update. So Warren and I managed to see Ashley again. Yesterday, the prison allowed us to have a 1-hour meeting visit, but unfortunately it was not in-person contact visit. It was in the little lawyer's room where we still had to use the phones, although only until the rest of the people left in the background, because the noise was, they had their normal visits and in the background, the main section, and Ashley couldn't hear clearly, but as soon as they moved out, they finished their visit, then we could put the phones down, because then we were able to hear each other, actually. Yes, so that was, we're very thankful for that. Today we had the normal 20-minute visit, and then on the Anwar, what is that? I will send you the recipe. But you need the special ingredients, which I don't think you will find in South Africa, but what do I know? I haven't been there for quite some time. Anyway, so Ashley and I will have our visit on June the 20th, our second in-person visit. Okay, but she's doing well. It was emotional because she was, they were, hoping to meet each other, but we are thankful for the 1-hour visit nonetheless. Okay, so today's writing was written around about October 15th, between 15th and 19th or whatever, and 2023, sorry. So it's already almost 2 years ago. Okay, so this is what Ashley wrote about her good news. The long-awaited answer confirmed, October 11, 2023. So this was the petition. So we had to wait for the petition to be accepted first by the Supreme Court, which meant that they agreed to have another look at her case, and then it took 3 months before the documents reached the Supreme Court on January 12, 2024. And then, as you guys know, then we heard the final verdict on March 27th this year. So this is what Ashley wrote back then. She said, "I have been in a state of restlessness for the past few months, trying to immerse myself with all things this circumscribed world of mine has to offer. A vain attempt to see if the wait won't feel as long and the longing won't be felt as keenly. So my days saw me as teacher Ashley, minding her students with great care, charismatic Ashley, fluttering around like a half-breed social butterfly, and facile Ashley." Sorry guys, I don't know if I've pronounced that word correctly. I didn't proofread or anything. Helping here, there, and everywhere. Everywhere being, of course, cruelly confined to all I see before me. But oh, how the outside sneaks in. How much blood we ought to have in our bodies, seeing that my heart has been bleeding for so long because of the lack of music that my body and mind both yearn for, and still it has not yet bled out. Oh, such careless, yet pointed lacerations that are inflicted upon me by the sight of their crisp, clear, cutting images of the splendor of the islands lying just outside. I look at the big blue captured two-dimensionally, and I feel oppressed as I am unable to look up and see the great expanse of the sky that I was so accustomed to have within the same view. It nicks away at one's soul like the sharp talons of a vulture, were it a picky eater, selecting out the soft spots and then just as coldly disregarding it again. A lack of literature made my senses dull and left me groping in the dark for something to inspire and stimulate me. Have our mothers not taught us that if you've not got something nice to say, best not to say anything at all? My attempts to subdue my feelings proved ineffectual, and I withdrew, hardly ever actively stressed, yet still aware that it lurks in the shadows. These dark corners are almost metaphorical, for we aren't so fortunate as to be able to rest our eyes from the ever-blinding lights that keep us on display for whoever is watching the cameras. Look, here's a sinner, exposed, exactly where she ought to be. Oh, restless, wretched creatures. It was Tuesday, 3 years and 2 days since my arrest. 2 of those days were spent in a jail where I still had some hope that the inside of a real prison would yet be left to my imagination. But alas, I was taken there and have not been let out since. It was Tuesday, and I was unusually restless to the point where I stopped and told myself to take a hold of the reins again and calm down. I spent a long time in earnest prayer, where after I resolved to just sit and quiet my mind. Half an hour and half of my equanimity has been restored. The following morning, I woke to yet another day repeating itself, with the only noticeable difference being that I was able to sit again that morning, as the night before, feeling grounded as I feel each individual breath as I inhale and exhale. It was just after assembly that I heard the announcement. Naturally, every prisoner feels a tinge of angst, probably much more. if not some excitement, at hearing themselves summoned to court. I was no exception. Yet, I find it significant how quickly these feelings faded away and I was awakened to a world that I've tried to put to rest for some time, but that could never quite sleep fitfully. How many mornings have passed where I strained my ears to listen for my name, and how unexpected it was when that day finally came. And there it was, and there I was, completely in the calm. I knew that I'm simply going to hear the answer to my prayers that I already know, just confirmed, audibly, and acknowledged by me with a signature, the very signature that got me into this whole mess. I finally have something nice to say again. On the 11th, after 11 months of waiting, in my 3rd year of captivity, I received the news that my case has been accepted by the Supreme Court. Oh, thank God for this timely boon, so much the more as He's planned this day long before, me having a scheduled call with my father and my brother also being present, and not an hour thenceforth a visit with my mother. Thank you, God, thank you. Plays the tune on repeat throughout the rest of my day. The phone gets picked up all the way in South Africa, and smiling faces all reflect each other as I share the good news with them. And my dearest mother, oh, the single tear that I saw rolling down her cheek that seemed to say, I'm tired too. The one word taken up in that single drop, relief, as it rolls down heavily and slowly, as if taking the journey in itself. This arduous and time-some journey that has finally taken a real step forward, the last step before the final leap. I am tired too, and tried, but today I am so relieved to know, thank you. Another 6 months or 9, not exceeding a year, or so they tell me. But they've told me many things before, yet I can bear with it for today. Tomorrow is yet to come. And so that in total, before she heard the verdict, was another, what was it, another year and 6 months, exactly. Yes, and so now, the second step that, or the third one perhaps, that we are waiting for is now the royal pardon, to see what's going to happen, when it's going to be. I thought that maybe it will happen this week, but yeah, it can be anything from today until the end of July probably. So as soon as we know, we will let you guys know, definitely. So thank you guys and girls for joining. Abigail, Heather, Krista, Sue, I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of your support, all of your prayers, and also all of your, everybody, every single person who has supported us through the BackaBuddy campaign, A Voice, or Ashley Wisdason's Fight for Freedom. Thank you, guys. We really do appreciate every single cent that comes in. It really does make a difference. And yes, currently we are standing at an amount that would take us, that would cover us both our costs for the next at least 10 to 11, maybe 12 months. So we are very thankful for that. And yeah, I just glorify God's name for providing in such a way for us. We really do appreciate it. So besides that, I think it's going to be a quick one. And I don't think there's anything more that I can add today. If you guys have got questions, yes. But so tomorrow morning, Warren and I will leave for Bangkok early morning, and his flight back to South Africa will be at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. And yeah, I will stay in Bangkok until I think latest Tuesday morning, but I think I will take the bus back on Monday evening, the overnight bus, because I want to try and go and find the DOC, the Department of Corrections for Foreign Affairs in Bangkok, because I've emailed them twice, but haven't received any, feedback. So I said to Ashley, I will go and visit them in person to ask all of our questions. And those questions would be, what happens when she's released? Because there are certain procedures. Because when a foreigner is released from prison, they would usually go to the nearest police station. They would stay at that police station sometimes for up to 3 months, because now their documents needs to be prepared. And by the way that I have figured it out and talked to some people, it seems that the court would send the document that states, okay, you're free to go, and then that document gets sent to immigration. Immigration needs to put a document together that's called a traveling document, because so why do they send the foreigners to the jail? Because now they are in the country illegally because they have no visa. So this is the reason, and they won't get a visa, they will get a traveling document, and they will be escorted all the way, so up until your aeroplane, your flight, your gate, and they would see you off on the plane, make sure that you're on the plane. Unfortunately, for some very odd reason, the embassy are unable to answer my questions. And it is very strange, because Ashley is definitely not the first South African person being released from Thai prison. And it is very strange to me, but what do I know? I normally just go about doing my own research and not relying on anybody. Yes. So, and then it seems when immigration has finished that traveling document, then they will come and pick Ashley up. Now, I need to know, do they have specific days of the month that they would do this transfer? But now the thing is, since most foreigners are sent to Bangkok, then, this is quite an unusual place to be. So I don't know, but I'm going to find out step by step from each department as I go along. So my first one would be to go to the DOC Foreign Affairs in Bangkok to have these questions, and then I can go to our immigration on this side and ask some questions. And then she would be escorted, if I understand correctly, with the immigration police. So we've got the tourist police, we've got immigration police, we've got traffic police, we've got normal police, highway police. Yes, we've got a lot of police. But I think it just comes down to speak cops in our country, and we just have different names for all of these. But so these are all the different departments. And then she will get transferred to the IDC in Bangkok, where she will be kept, if I've got it right, which is apparently a very inhumane place from what I've read. It's apparently very, very crowded. So whenever a little bit of information, whenever someone goes missing, maybe you've got a loved one or a friend coming to Thailand, and now suddenly you're unable to reach this person, your first place to go, obviously, yes, you need to contact the embassy first, but then try to contact the IDC, because this is the place that, as far as I know, where they take the people who overstay. So sometimes they don't mind, if you're not in, you maybe you need to get your next stamp, your extension tomorrow, whatever, or say on Monday, but now you are unable to reach the officers, the immigration officers on Monday, and you go on Tuesday, it will be fine. You will get a 500 fee. But now some people, they overstay for like a month or whatever. I don't know what the reasons are, but, so now they might, maybe someone would stop you wherever, or they would come have random searches. I don't know, sometimes weird stuff happens. But anyway, so they would find out about your overstay. And then, as far as I know, they would take you to the IDC. So that would be, I would say, those two things, embassy and searching at the IDC, would be your first places to go to if you're unable to get hold of your loved ones or your friends. So yes, she'll be kept there. Apparently it's very overcrowded and, not a very nice place to stay. I don't know how long this will take and everything. So thank you, Mara. Thank you so much. Bless you. And yes, and then she has to be escorted, I'm assuming, again by immigration police to the airport. So, and I can only buy a ticket as soon as I know the exact date. So this is why I need to know, is there a certain date which they would, take the foreigners to the airport, or, how do they decide? Yeah. So I should be back by Tuesday morning, I think. Okay, guys, thank you so much, and may you guys have a wonderful rest of the day, night, evening, whatever, afternoon, and amazing weekend. Enjoy. I will then see you, God willing, and if I live, next week, Wednesday. And yes, thank you so much for all of your support, your prayers and everything. May God bless you and keep you, and enjoy.